Okay, see the next numerical. In the Young's double slit experiment, one of the slit is wider than the other, so that the amplitude of the light from one slit is double that of the from the what other. In if Im is the maximum intensity, what is the resultant intensity when they interfere at phase difference of phi? Okay. This question they asked in the AEEE in 2012. Observe carefully. ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನೆ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈಡರ್ ದೆನ್ ದ ಅದರ್. ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ವೈಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದ ಒನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ದ ಅದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಬಲ್. ಡಬಲ್ ದ ಗಿವನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ IM ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು. IM ಇಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಆದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ವೆನ್ ದೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಫೇಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವರೊಡು ಇಂಟರ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಫೇಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪೈ ಇದ್ದಾಗ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಡೇಟಾ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಬರ್ಕು. ಸೊ ಗಿವನ್ A1 ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು A0. ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ A0 ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ರದ್ದು ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು ಹಂಗಾದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಬಲ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಬಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಆಗ ಒಂದು ಏನು ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ A0 ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2A0 double the what another one, so we can take 2A0. okay, so maximum amplitude ಆಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, we have to add those two A1 plus A2. A1 plus A2 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ A0 plus 2A0 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 3A0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. so that is the maximum amplitude. okay, ಇಷ್ಟು they given that. okay, so after what we have to find out, we have to find out the resultant intensity. we have to find out. okay, so we know that, or we have the resultant amplitude. ನಮಗೆ resultant amplitude ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಏನು equation for the formula for the resultant amplitude. so we have the resultant amplitude is, we can write. okay, so we have resultant amplitude. so that is A is equal to square root of what, A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. so this is a formula of this resultant amplitude ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. so suppose if I square this one, square ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ on both side. so A square is equal to this square and square root gets cancelled. remaining is what, A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. so we can write like this also. ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ರೀತಿನೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನು, ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿ ನೋ ದಿಸ್, ಆರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ is directly proportional to amplitude square. okay, now just apply. so ಹಾಗಾದರೆ intensity A square ಅಂತಂದರೆ final intensity that we written as I we can write, because I is directly proportional to A square. in the place of A square we can write what, I. ಅಂದರೆ A square ಇರತ್ತರ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೋದು, I ಬರೀಬೋದು, is equal to A1 square ಇರತ್ತರ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೋದು, we can write what, I1 we can write. but we already know that I1 is nothing but what, this A1 is nothing but what, A0. A1 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ A0, therefore I1 is nothing but what, I0 we can write. so we can write what, A1 square is nothing but what, I0 plus A2 square is nothing but what, here ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ A2 ಅಂದರೆ 2A0. A2 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, A2 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ is nothing but what, A2 square is nothing but 2A0 whole square means 4A0 square out. so 4A0 square is nothing but what, I0. so we can write 4I0 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು. so that we can write, that is A2 square is nothing but 4I0. okay, so next plus 2 into here A1 ಅಂತಂದರೆ A1 is direct proportional to what, A1 square is direct proportional to I0. so A1 is direct proportional to square of what, I naught. In the same way, we can write A2 also. So A2 is directly proportional to what? 2. A2 is to A2 is directly proportional to what? This I naught. Okay, so this we can write as 2 I naught. Okay, because we know that this A2 is direct proportional to what? A2 square is direct proportional to what? 4 A naught square. A2 is direct proportional to 4 A naught square. We can square it. What we get? So this A2 is equal to square root of 4 I naught we get. So A2 square is directly proportional to 4 I naught. Therefore, A2 is equal to square root of 4 I naught. We can write A2 is directly proportional to what? Square root of 4 I naught. Therefore, we can write what? In the place of A1, we can write square root of I naught into A2 is nothing but what? This 4 I naught into cos pi is there. We can write cos pi into cos pi. Okay. Next, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ I is equal to I naught plus 4 I naught ಎಷ್ಟು 5 I naught plus 2 into square root of 4 is nothing but what? 2. I into I is what? I square. I into I is nothing but what? I naught into I naught is nothing but what? I naught square. I naught square and square root gets cancelled into what? I naught into what is there? Cos pi is there. ಇಲ್ಲಿ I naught into I naught square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Square root cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನು I naught ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Square root of 4 2 we can write. Okay. So is equal to 5 I naught plus 2 2 is 4 I naught cos pi. Okay. I is equal to ನಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಕ್ತು. Since A maximum amplitude is equal to 3 A naught ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. So maximum amplitude is equal to 3 A naught that we already wrote. Okay. So in this case we have I maximum, intensity maximum. Andre A is direct proportional to what? Is I square? No? Sorry, this I is direct proportional to what? A square. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ I maximum ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? This 3 naught A whole square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore I maximum we can written as what? 9 A naught square. So I maximum ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು 9 A naught square ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ I is direct proportional to A square ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ we can write 9 A naught square ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು. From these, okay, now we already know that this I naught is nothing but what? Here I m is equal to 9 what? A naught square. Therefore here I m is equal to 9 A naught square. Andre I naught is directly proportional to A naught square. So in the place of A square we can write what? I naught ಬರೀಬೋದು. In the place of what? A naught square we can write as what? I naught ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು. So it becomes what? 9 I naught ಆಯ್ತು. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ I naught ಅನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ. I naught is equal to what? 9 by I m. Okay. So in this case what we get? I m is equal to 9 I naught. Therefore I naught is equal to reverse. Sorry. Here I naught we have to find out. Therefore I naught is equal to, just bring to the denominator. So I m by 9. Okay. I naught value we get. Next here, from these what we can write that I is equal to, we can take I naught common. What is the remaining? 5 plus 4 cos pi. 5 plus 4 cos pi. Next here I is equal to, we can substitute the value of I naught. I naught andreno I m by 9 into 5 plus 4 cos pi. So this cos pi we can also written as cos pi is equal to 2 cos square pi by 2 according to submultiple angles formula. ನಾವೇನು ಬರೀಬೋದು? cos pi na, so 2 cos square pi by 2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು. So just substitute I is equal to I m by 9 into 5 plus 4 into 2 cos square pi by 2. Okay, therefore I is equal to Im by 9 into what? 5 plus 4 to the 8 cos square pi by 2. So this is a resultant intensity of the waves. So we get I is equal to Im by 9 into what? 5 plus 8 cos square pi by